Mamaya Health is a virtual first platform. We provide virtual counseling to women and their families who are navigating pregnancy, postpartum, infertility, or loss. Isaac and I started trying to have a family, and we had our first loss. My doctor at the time walked in and told me that I was miscarrying. It was awful. I was supposed to go back 3 days later, and I walked back in. The receptionist, she said, "Let me go see if the doctor's here." Doctor came out and he said, "Well, are you still bleeding?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, well, you're miscarrying. That's obvious. As long as you don't bleed more than, XYZ, and you'll be fine. Just go home." I left that place just feeling devastated. My privacy had been betrayed. Here he had told the entire waiting room that I was miscarrying. Isaac and I kept trying. We had 2 more losses after that. It was awful. I didn't understand why. Nobody could give me an answer. I'm a therapist. You go to therapy. So I tried to go find help, and I couldn't find anybody who specialized in maternal mental health. I wanted to be seen as a mom because I had carried children. They just weren't living. That was a really awful feeling. Between baby 2 and 3, got certified in maternal mental health care. Started trying to find a path towards creating a space where that became my sole focus as a practitioner. I walked with some people through some very challenging postpartum and pregnancy stories, and that's sacred. That's sacred stuff. To be able to bear witness to some of the hardest seasons of a woman's life and family's life, to take care of them in that, and to try to support their healing. I didn't initially think that that was going to be an online practice. I thought it was going to be an in-person, very typical therapy office. And then COVID happened, and it shifted radically overnight. I had to go from learning how to open a in-person office to learning how to run an online business. And it grew really fast. Mamaya Health is different because we offer a standard model of therapy. We do 12 weeks or more of virtual therapy. And the reason that we do that is because after 12 weeks, we've seen women have significant reductions in their anxiety or depression in postpartum or pregnancy. Other providers or their practices might offer a 40-minute consult, which is like an urgent care for mental health. I want women to be able to have an easy journey and an affordable journey during their pregnancy, postpartum, infertility, or loss experience. If they're navigating anxiety or panic, or if they are manic, sometimes you do feel absolutely bananas. I want them to know that there are people that they can turn to, that are qualified, that are experts, that they know where to go, and that they have quality care, and that they can afford the care at the end of the day. One of the biggest things I learned in talking about my losses or in talking about my infertility was that I wasn't alone. Keeping our stories to ourselves can cause us more harm than good. It's humbling, and there's a deep-seated responsibility to steward this well and to make sure that this has the opportunity to live for generations beyond me, because it's so needed. Nobody should have to walk through a situation like I walked through and not have access to care. I want my girls to have this.